right, guys, just finished coaching. I did make it on time. In fact, I was like an extra 30 minutes early, so it was good. I reviewed the template. Everything was perfect. I'm heading on over right now to Change Evolution. Their location out in Waltham, Mass. They do body scans, so about to go get that done. I'm probably not going to show you guys the first one with the resistance, but I will try to take you, if they allow me, to take a quick video of or picture of what the full body 3D full body scan looks like, and give you my physique results after that. All right, I'll chat with you soon. Bye. All right, I got the scan. I'm back. I went grocery shopping. I just got kind of the fundamentals of what I'm used to eating for a high protein diet. Got some bananas. Of course, I'm going to name all my carbs. Bananas, tomatoes, cucumbers, spinach. I got Greek yogurts for protein, egg white, egg beaters, chicken breasts, skinless, boneless. What else did I get? Some peanut butter for smoothies, frozen blueberries. I think that covers at least most of it. So I'll go through that with you guys in a second on what I'm going to be doing for my meal plan. But as far as quantities go, I really need to be inputting my body weight and my body fat percentage so I can determine what my total daily energy expenditure is. I multiply that by an activity multiplier to kind of give you what I would typically be burning in an average day. And then I'm going to take about a 15% deficit off of that so I lose weight. So what I have set up for myself, I'm an engineer, so I love spreadsheets. Also, that noise in the background is Brutus still being a savage. But I created a spreadsheet. I just wanted to kind of go through what that looks like. Let's see. I don't know if I can change the screen. I can't. Here we go. This is my scan. I'll show you guys my spreadsheet in just a second. But really, here, 123.1 is my weight. Skeletal muscle mass, 54.2. Body fat mass is 25.4. But really, I'm looking at this percent body fat, which is 20.7. Not too bad. Typically, I hang out right around 22% body fat. So I made this spreadsheet. I've got an overview tab, which will look nicer in about 2 weeks when we have filled in with data. Personal data. So I'm going to go here. See, 123.1. I'll give myself 123.1. And it said 20.7. If you have calipers are also a nice way to measure body fat if you don't have a resistance tool. What I find with the resistance tool is that it's accurate, but it's not precise. So it gives you a good number, but if you want to reiterate those results, it's going to be a little bit different every time you do it. Versus the caliper, which is very precise. It's going to give you the same reading every single time, but the value might not actually be accurate because you're only gauging. I only do one on my waist, so it might not be an actual true value of what my full body is saying. For example, I lose fat in my stomach first, so it just might not be a good representation of what your actual fat loss is. But if you look at the trend of the caliper and look at the value of your body fat resistance, it gives you some interesting data. So I've entered this data in here. So I'm 5'3", I'm 27 years old. I'm now finally Solarides, just got married. All right, let's go to the nutrition tab. So this data is pulled from the last tab. So 123.1, 20.7, activity multiplier. I keep like my little cheat sheet over here. Right now, this is hours per week. So really, I'll be working out for about an hour-ish 4 times a week to 5 times a week. So we'll set that to 1.35. Cool. Let's see here. My lean body mass is 97.6 is what it's telling me. And I can confirm that number with what's on my sheet here too. Lean body mass, 97.7. It also says my basal metabolic rate is 1326, and I just like to check the math because what I do is I put equations in based on my Mike Matthews Muscle for Life calculator stuff, and his calculations are correct. That matches up. I don't know where I find basal metabolic rate on this sheet. If you guys see it, let me know. I'm not sure I see it on here, but I do know it's on here, and I do think it was around 1300-ish. Cool. So then multiplying that by my activity multiplier will give me my total daily energy expenditure, which is around 1800 calories. So for me, if I'm working out, if I'm breathing, walking around, eating, without eating, I'd be burning 1791-ish calories, right? So what I want to do is put myself in a slight deficit. That way I'm losing weight, not at a super rapid rate, right? But slowly losing weight per week. So next thing that I do, so total calories per week, I want to get that to 1500-ish. I set goals for myself. The way I do this, I try to take a look at my protein, and I'm trying to do 1.2 times what my lean body mass in protein. So that gives me a value of 117. Let me change this to white so you guys can see. There we go. So gives me 117. So here, that is wrong. We got to change some values here. Brutus, I just let you out, babe. Okay. So I'm going to change this guy. I want this 133 number to go down to 117. So let's try 30. 114, actually, that did pretty well. Try 31%. 18. 30%. Nice even number. Cool. The other thing I take a look at is fat. I try to keep fat under 60. Really, I'm pretty good about keeping fat pretty gosh darn low if I need to. So let's take a look at my values down here. So I like 50 is a good number for me for this week. So here's typically what I am used to eating for Bikini Prep. Normally I have another meal. I know, it's so sad. It's okay. I'll take you on a walk in a second. All right. So total calories, I'm right now with all this stuff in there, I'm only at 91%. So I need to add a little bit more food. And where do I need to add it? Not in protein because I've reached my goal. Not in carbs, but in fat. So that's going to be easy. I'm going to just swap that olive oil. Going to give me a full tablespoon of olive oil. I'll update that. And that's pretty much how I create my spreadsheet. What I will say though with this, use a source to provide your macronutrients, your protein, carbs, fat, grams, or the back of your actual supplies, right? So bananas kind of difficult because they don't have a nutrition label, but something like your egg beaters, you can actually go in and look at the back and say, okay, it's 7 grams protein or whatever the case might be. So that's half, so it's going to be 120, and this is probably going to be close to 13.5. Another trick to do is it's 4 times protein plus 4 times carbs plus 9 times fat should equal your calories. So another little double check you can do for yourself. All right, so with that, I bring myself to 95, 85. I will also swap down here. Had some weird math going on. Cool. All right, that is looking pretty gosh darn good. So this is my meal plan for at least the next week. I'm going to be weighing myself, yes, every day. Not necessarily that I care about the number, but I care about the trend every week. This little guy has to go out, so stay tuned. I'll chat with you guys when I start prepping that food. All right, I have finished meal prep. I've got my chicken in here. I didn't bake it. I actually did pan-sear it, but I just used a little bit of olive oil, not even a tablespoon. and I just let it sit there for 5 minutes, flipped it over, let it sit there for another 5, and then cut it, make sure it was cooked all the way through, and just put a little bit of poultry seasoning on there and salt. I've got orzo, which I also cooked, and I also put 1 tablespoon in there already. When I serve them in a 1/2 cup serving, I also allocated myself enough olive oil to be able to put a little bit more on top if it gets too sticky. I roasted a little bit of garlic for this. It looks kind of nasty. It tastes delicious. For this, I peeled all the garlic. I put it in a piece of tin foil with just a coating of a little bit of olive oil, salt, and stuck it in the oven at 400 degrees for 45 minutes. After you coat it in olive oil, though, I go over it with a paper towel just to make sure there's like not too much. So that's that. I also chopped up some cherry tomatoes and some cucumbers. These will all be used for lunchtime tomorrow. Dinner tonight, I have my handy dandy NutriBullet. So I'm going to make that blueberry, Greek yogurt, spinach smoothie. That'll be dinner. And sorry, that's dessert. What am I having for dinner? Jesus. For dinner, I'm having egg whites. That's right. So I'm going to get cooking those and post all of these videos for you guys today. Day 1, no workout, unfortunately. Did not have time for that. But I did get the meal prep in. Got the body scan done, so I'll call that a win. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow with the workout update. All right. Good night.